Well, I've got a replay going here. This isn't to show an exciting game on my part. I actually don't
Awaiting
play near my
instructions.
best game. But it's to show the kind of players that are in World of Warships. And I think
Enemy force sighted
why
on the
trying to
horizon.
make the matchmaking even is really important. I think you have to consider win percentages, and that's something Wargaming has pushed back at least to next year. I mean, they've known about it for 10 years and haven't done anything, so I don't anticipate them getting to the issue. But in this kind of game, these are live players. It's a reduced field of 9. I like to go right in with this straight. There's no place to really hide. The zone's right there. It's a little risky, but I usually try to get into the available cover that exists. And like I said, this isn't my best game. I'm concerned about torps, so I've just hit my hydro. I don't shoot well. I don't play well. I take that from the Fuso, and I was doing my best to angle to the Fuso. But he gets me, and this results in a short life. But I see the smoke. I get into the smoke, and I'm just not very effective with my shooting. But ultimately, the game is going to come down to players with very little skill. And it's so hilarious, I just had to post it. So you're going to have to bear with it. I think it's a longer game. If you don't want to see it all, you can advance it. I'm going to sit here and get killed. I'm going to make one kill and do a little damage. At the end of the game, despite the fact I'm only alive for about 4 minutes, I'm going to be the leading XP earner, which tells you something about the skill level in this game. But I don't play it very well either. And what I should be doing is looking at the Fuso, determining when he shoots, and then making a play to get behind the island. And I failed to do that. That's my major, you know, mistake here. And you got to watch these games to learn from your mistakes. So I actually never even zoom in to see where the Fuso's guns are. You can see by the smoke timer I'm running out of time in the smoke. I don't even think I realized that yet. By the time I take guns off the farragut and turn around, now I realize I'm low on time, so I hit the acceleration button. But it's a little late. That smoke's going to dissipate. Fortunately, the Fuso's guns aren't on me, but I should have made a play to get over here some time ago, and I didn't. So, believing I'm dead, and I am, all I'm trying to do is to inflict some damage. And I'm watching, this is my little technique, I watch this angle, and I can tell he's turning. So I try to lead him this way a little bit, but I don't do a very good job.
Torpedoes to port.
So that's the end. So I get one of the torps to barely hit. I didn't lead enough. And I got him on a flood.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Now look at this. We had 2 ships here, and they elected to steam through a channel, and it sure looks like there was only one enemy battleship left there. But here they go. This guy here is the guy that I want you to watch, and I'll focus on him later. This is a Montcalm, and I don't know the player's name. But basically, he just steams a straight path, beginning right here, despite knowing this destroyer's here. And they got it. There's 2 more destroyers, though. And we haven't spied. Here's one of them. There's one that's remained undetected. And he's in the zone. So despite the fact they got a destroyer, you know, the play to me would be to angle in and to approach this and try to protect, you know, to defend the zone. Now, you know, I can't say too much because I'm dead, but I do give him a little bit of an earful. This is where I realize what the Montcalm's doing. Now look at this. He's actually sailing full broadside to them. Now this guy, look at the torps coming in. He's been sailing full broadside, and he gets fortunate that the range isn't there. The DD probably expected him to turn in. I would have turned in towards this, but he's full broadside. It's crazy. And he's steaming, I guess, to try to get to France. What do you think his goal is? What's he thinking?
All stations, reporting the position of a strategic target.
So he did get the one ship. I don't see him landing very well, though. I see the shells going out, but I'm not seeing much damage. It's 24,000. He got 4,000 there. Did you see that? Did you see that destroyer right there? This destroyer's right here. He never notices him, and still steams on a straight course. Is it because he doesn't have a mini map? Is he target? Does he have target fixation? This guy's got 1,500 games and is playing at a very low rate, and it's just astounding to me that he can be so oblivious and be sailing a course. Why is he going way over here now? Why is he still on this course? I just don't get it. And if you think that's bad, wait do you see what happens later on with this boat right here. This is the Prince Heinrich, I believe. This is one of the craziest games I've ever seen. Now he finally changes direction. And well, what convinced him it was time to turn back? Friends? I really don't know. Don't ask me. Well, there's the one DD. I guess this guy's searching for the DD. I don't know. So here comes the battleship. They decided not to engage. Look at this. I don't think he ever even sees. How do you not notice that? How do you not notice that? He still doesn't have changed his guns. He's still shooting at the battleship. Look at that. How is that even possible? Look, he's going to ram, but he doesn't know where he is. He has no idea. He has no idea that other ship is over there. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Some kind of lag going on there. So the reason that I'm running this is it gets absolutely ridiculous. This lone DD almost beats this team, even with this kind of lead. And had the DD played a little bit better, he could have done it. I really think he could have beat these guys. So Crusher's gone to B. You know, that's positive. Getting the zone's important. He is spotted. There's only 2 ships left in the game. Look where his guns are. They're meandering. In regard to this guy, The target's over here. His gun should be aligned this way. Unless he's trying to be prepared for the DD. I don't know. Maybe you put him that way, but he's got this target right here. His guns still are not aligned in any manner. So he's just looking around, you know. So it's 1-5.
Good show.
And the DD is back in A. Does anybody notice it? There's 2 cruisers, though. The Montcalm's one of them. The Montcalm is on his course again. Okay, the Kamikaze gets the Congo. It's 1-4. The Prince Heinrich has taken B, and now he's on a steam for C. And if you look at the score, our team's behind a little bit. I want to tell you, this Montcalm, he's not the kind of player that can locate an unspotted DD and survive. He's just not. He lacks any understanding of what to do with the boat. He has no idea about his surroundings. So this is going to, where do you see this? He doesn't even with 1,500 games, he can't even dodge a torpedo. Look at this. This is an easy dodge. Look what he does. He probably doesn't see them until right then. And he should have taken that one. So he's not spotted. And there's the torps.
Affirmative.
And he's fortunate once again to not take him, and now he's spotted. Nice dodge. So now the DD is in B, but watch the recognition. He's going to go for A. I think. I can't remember what he does. This is one of the least aware players I've ever seen. Situational awareness, absolutely no clue. So they've got a 150-point lead. That had to be an accident, I guess. I don't know what he's... Oh, blind shooting? Guessing where he is in the zone? So the Pensacola is spotted. Maybe he doesn't know. Maybe he can't. And so there's the Kamikaze. Full health. Okay, he gets the Pensacola. He took some hits, though. So they're up about 180 points.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
So I think this is interesting. He elects to go the long route, and that's just playing pure scared. And look at what the Heinrich did. He came to sea, he got in the zone, and he squatted. And I figured he disconnected, but he didn't. This is not a disconnect. This is a guy that just sat there and thought that was a good place to park. And I guess he's looking at the score and he's figuring, well, we can win this with the bases. We've got all three bases now, and if I just squat here, we can win. Well, squatting's not the thing to do. And he's spotted now. You can see that. Now look at the Montcalm. The Montcalm should know this boat is spotted, but he's still, look where he's going. What is this guy doing? 7K, that means the DD's somewhere in this area. Somewhere here. Look where he's going. Does he think he's hiding? Is he just running? Okay, there's the DD. He's spotted. And there come the torps. Somehow he got spotted. Maybe the DD didn't know his detection range. So the ship crusher, he takes a torp. Look at his guns rotating. He's there, but he elects to squat. I mean, you can't. And once again, the DD made a mistake. He got spotted. So he's not a great DD player at all. He could have won this game. He doesn't, but he could have won this game. So now we got a lead now based on the zones. Here come the torps. He never moves. So that gets them close, but this is where it gets really interesting, because this Monaghan, who I actually gave advice to afterwards, and he took it. He said, "Okay, next time." He's a pro. Look at the score. We're up 20. We got 3 zones, but he's making a death rush. He comes in to gunfight the Kamikaze, and you can't stop him. The Kamikaze's got a little bit more health. Not as good a guns as the Monaghan. I'm telling you. And I want to win because I was out of the game early. I could do nothing to help these guys. So the Kamikaze's taking the zone. How he spotted is anyone's guess, but he's shooting. Okay, that's why. Now he's trying to get the kill. I guess I understand that, but he didn't have to shoot just yet. And he's shooting AP. Did you see that? The Kamikaze's shooting AP. And these guys can't shoot either. Look at this. He would have had this boat dead. If he had shot HE, he'd have this Monaghan dead already, and he could have stealthed the cruiser, and he could have won this game, I believe. Unbelievable. So these are the potatoes in World of Warships. I mean, I don't know what you're gonna do. I just don't know. Here, I led it. This guy was second that couldn't play, and the Friedrich that squatted was third. So, I mean, that's pathetic.